What is this? It's an Antec test plate. What does it do? It breaks. The Antec test plate breaks at a specific load of force, which is very important. Why is that important? Because this verifies that a lifting point can sustain a specific amount of weight. The Antec test plate is a maximum load determinator for lifting devices such as a hoist. Once tested, the used test plate remains as reference and physical proof that the test was performed. The primary use of the Antec is to test old, unrated, and sometimes questionable hoists or rigging which lack a certified or labeled lifting point. Even when a lifting point is labeled, sometimes it could be quite old. And if there's any doubt at all, testing with an Antec is a prudent measure for safety. The beauty of the Antec test plate is in its simplicity and utility. You choose the correct test plate according to the load and lifting point in question, using a load rating closest to the actual weight to be lifted. You attach it to an anchor point either above or below the load, keeping the distance between the hoist point and the anchor point as close as possible. Here, we're placing it at the lowest point using a bolt through an eye socket. Next, we're hooking the hoist itself to the test plate. Once done, we're ready to test. Using the hoist, we slowly, carefully apply strain and watch for any movement of any of the lifting points. When the test plate opens or breaks, the capacity requirement has been met on the full capacity of the test plate used. After this, release all tension and check for any movement or damage to the hoisting point. Write the results of the test on the included data tag, noting the weight tested along with the date of the test and the signature of the person who performed it. The tag and the test plate itself is then attached as a permanent record to the upper lifting point that was tested. The lifting point has now been tested and verified to handle the load corresponding to the Antec used in the test. The Antec test plate is the simplest, most secure way to test and verify the safety of an anchor point before you use it to hoist a load. It takes the chance and guesswork out of the equation and protects against mishap. The Antec test plate. What is it? It's safety and peace of mind.